Magic in Middle-earth isn't what we've come to expect from fantasy. There are no flamboyant wizards shooting lightning bolts or potions bubbling over a cauldron. Yet, magic is everywhere in Tolkien's world. It exists not as a tool or weapon, but as a force intertwined with the fabric of existence. Today, on The Forgotten Mage, we explore the mysterious, often misunderstood nature of magic in Middle-earth. We'll trace its roots from the music of the Ainur to the forging of the One Ring and uncover why Tolkien's magic is perhaps the most profound and the most subtle in all of fantasy. Let us begin at the beginning, where magic and existence became one and the same. Welcome to the Forgotten Mage. Long before the Shire, before Mordor, before even the stars were kindled, there was Eru Ilúvatar. Eru, the One, created the Ainur, immortal spirits, each expressing a part of his thought. To them he gave a theme, a cosmic melody, and the Ainur sang. This was the music of the Ainur, and from it came the very fabric of the universe. Then Ilúvatar said to them, "Behold your music." And he showed them a vision, giving it being, and they saw a new world made visible before them. This is not metaphor. Tolkien meant it quite literally. The world of Arda was sung into existence. This origin is crucial to understanding Tolkien's magic. It means that magic is not an artifice added to the world, but a fundamental property of reality. It is harmony or disharmony. Those who can touch the music or warp it are beings of great power. From this music came the world, and into that world descended some of the Ainur, the Valar, and the Maiar. Among the Ainur, the greatest entered the world to shape it. These were the Valar, the powers of the world. Under them were the Maiar, lesser spirits, but still immensely powerful. It is here that we meet many of the beings we think of as magical. Gandalf, for example, is not merely a wise old man. He is a Maiar named Olorin in the West. Like Gandalf, Sauron was a Maiar, originally in the service of Aule, the smith. Even the Balrog that dwelled in Moria was a fallen Maiar. Maiar expressed their power not through spectacle, but through influence. Gandalf never hurls spells in battle. Instead, he channels the will of the Valar, inspires others, and bends fate subtly toward good. Gandalf's real power lies in his capacity to encourage courage, to turn the hearts of others toward hope. Sauron, too, rarely fights with force. He uses manipulation, fear, and domination of will. His magic is influence. His crafting of the One Ring was not about pyrotechnics, but about channeling his essence into a tool of control. These beings demonstrate that in Middle-earth, magic is most potent when it works through the world, not over it. Tolkien, a philologist, understood the power of language. In his world, language and magic are deeply intertwined. Among Elves and Ainur, words have power. True names, ancient songs, spoken blessings, these are not symbolic. They change things. In the Silmarillion, Finrod Felagund engages in a song duel with Sauron. They don't fight with weapons. They battle with verse. Then songs they sang, and spell to spell, gave answer, and song to song, while Sauron sped his dark intent, and Felagund sang of bright content. This is a literal combat of truth against deception, of memory against lies. Finrod loses, not because he lacks power, but because the weight of Sauron's lies overwhelms him. Tom Bombadil is perhaps the most enigmatic example. His songs control the world around him, trees obey, wraiths fear. Even the ring seems powerless in his presence. His power is so great and so natural that it falls outside the entire conflict. Yet he uses it only in his own domain. This demonstrates an essential truth of Tolkien's magic. It is not about domination. True magic flows from harmony, not control. Much of what we think of as magic in Middle-earth comes from objects. But again, these are not enchanted like D&D loot. Their power comes from origin, purpose, and will. Consider the Silmarils. Crafted by Fëanor, they contain the unsullied light of the two trees of Valinor. They are holy, so much so that they burn any impure hand. Beren loses his hand to a Silmaril. Morgoth, who steals them, suffers agony from their touch. Their power is not added, it is intrinsic, captured from something divine. Likewise, the rings of power are not magical trinkets. They are tools for domination, enhancement, and deception. The One Ring is Sauron's own will poured into a golden band. It works not by spells, but by amplifying and corrupting desire. Weapons like Andúril, reforged from Narsil, carry legacy, not enchantment. But that legacy grants Aragorn authority and inspiration. In Tolkien's world, meaning is power. Even Galadriel's mirror is not enchanted in the traditional sense. It is a medium, a place where will, thought, and foresight manifest. In Middle-earth, magic items are extensions of the world's spiritual and historical weight. Different races relate to magic in different ways. Elves are the most attuned. As the firstborn, they are bound to the world until its end. They do not age or sicken. Their perception is deeper. Their creations, their songs, their very being resonates with Arda's music. Their magic is not cast, it is woven into their lives. From the lembas bread they make to the cloaks of Lorien, everything carries a sense of grace and wonder. Galadriel herself is not a sorceress in the modern sense. She is ancient, wise, and powerful. Her strength lies in her will and her alignment with the Valar's purpose. Dwarves, crafted by Ole, are less attuned to the spiritual, but unmatched in creation. Their magic is craft. The doors of Moria, the weapons of Erebor, the chain Angenor, all are feats of such mastery, they appear magical. Men are the most distant from magic, and yet they are the most unpredictable. Eru gave them mortality, the gift of men, and with it, the ability to shape their own fate. Their potential for greatness or ruin is unmatched. Aragorn rises through lineage and virtue. Isildur falls through temptation. The Nazgûl are men corrupted by rings. Their power is subtle, but real. The magic of Morgoth and Sauron is not a separate system, it is a perversion of the music. Morgoth, the first Dark Lord, sought to interpose his own themes in the music. He wanted to dominate the world, not serve it. He poured himself into the matter of Arda, tainting it. This is why evil lingers even after his defeat. His successor, Sauron, followed the same path. He didn't create new things, he corrupted them. Elves became orcs, noble kings became wraiths. The One Ring was his greatest act of will, not a tool, but a vessel, a prison for others' freedom. One ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Necromancy, in Tolkien's world, is rare. The Nazgul, the Dead Marshes, the Barrow-wights, these are echoes of unnatural endurance. They do not rise by magic, but by a violation of peace and rest. Corruption is the darkest magic of all, and it always costs more than it gives. Tolkien's world has a vital truth. Magic has limits. The Valar can't stop evil. The Elves can't halt their fading. Gandalf cannot slay armies. The ring cannot give true immortality. More importantly, magic cannot save anyone from themselves. That is the core lesson of Frodo. He carries the ring. He endures. But at the final moment, he fails. It is Gollum's fall, born of mercy earlier in the tale, that ultimately destroys the ring. This is not a failure of magic. It is the triumph of grace. Gandalf said, "Even Gollum may have something yet to do." That is the deepest magic in Middle-earth. Mercy, sacrifice, and hope. Galadriel refuses the ring. Frodo spares Gollum. Aragorn chooses humility. Sam, above all, endures through love. These are not spells, but they change the world. In Tolkien's world, magic is not something you learn. It is something you are, or resist, or reflect. It is in the music of the Ainur, in the courage of hobbits, in the sorrow of elves, in the memory of dwarves, in the fall and rise of men. Middle-earth's magic is subtle, spiritual, and bound to the deepest truths of being. If you found this journey through Tolkien's magical world enlightening, like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. What's the most powerful magic in Middle-earth, in your opinion? Until next time, remember, even the smallest magic can shape the fate of all. This is the Forgotten Mage.